Sometimes they give you free stuff at the screenings, so it was either pink or this blue. You either have Godzilla or Kong. I'm a Godzilla guy over Kong, confidently, especially now that I've seen the originals of both. Godzilla!
Hello, Adam Ryan Donato.
Hello, welcome back to another hard review, and I'm here to talk about literally the biggest movie of the year. We have two kaijus going at it with Godzilla x Kong, A New Empire. I have seen all the MonsterVerse movies. I remember being in the theater for the 2014 Gareth Edwards Godzilla movie. Thought it was really good, especially the ending. It's a big cock tease of a movie, but hey, it's a good little introduction into this MonsterVerse. I'm not a big fan of Kong Skull Island. I need to rewatch that and reevaluate it because I really think that it's better than I'm giving it credit. I know a lot of people like it a lot, especially with how much I enjoy Kong in Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla x Kong, New Empire. Godzilla King of Monsters is probably the worst of all of these because that one has like all the annoying divorce subplot with Millie Bobby Brown, the Stranger Things girl. Don't care for any of that shit. I mean, it's cool. Mothra's in there, Rodon's in there, and Ghidorah. I'm probably pronouncing some of these wrong. Sorry. Godzilla versus Kong. That one's really good. There's a lot of memorable fight sequences in that movie, and it kind of got hindered because it had a day and date release with HBO Max. Also, it was in early 2021, so we hadn't really fully gotten out of the pandemic phase for theaters. So I was happy that they continue because these movies are fun. Who doesn't want these movies? We have Godzilla x Kong. It's a lot more of the same. If you like Godzilla vs. Kong, you like this movie. If you don't, you won't. It's kind of easy. It's not really hard to review this one. The fight scenes are super cool in this movie, obviously. I kind of feel the same way about this movie that I feel about Godzilla vs. Kong and any Godzilla, American-made Godzilla movie. Just watch a compilation of the fights on YouTube. I hate to be like a dick about it, but like the human scenes are so excruciatingly like... I will say this movie has less human scenes than your average Godzilla vs. Kong movie because the last one had like 10 characters we're following. Here we go down to like 5. Rebecca Hall's back with her like deaf daughter, adopted daughter, that she's one of the Iwi tribe members, I think. And I liked her a lot, the daughter, in the first one because like they did the thing with the ear, like she can't hear Kong, but she like got the little like stuffed animal thing. She's like, "You're my buddy," and they have this little connection. They do the sign language with each other. We have Dan Stevens is in this one instead of Alexander Skarsgård. He's like I'm the animal expert or whatever, and I'm gonna fix Kong's tooth or whatever. And I used to date Rebecca Hall. And then we get Brian Tyree Henry, who's back as the podcast guy from the first one, but no Millie Bobby Brown in this one. That's great. I don't really like her very much. I'm sorry. Not to hate on this young woman. She's all right. I don't really care for her in movies very often. The plot of this movie is ridiculous. I'm happy that most of it takes place in Hollow Earth. That's really nice because it's cool to be in a different terrain. But we also get some cool like terrestrial terrains. Is that correct? Terrestrial? Rio de Janeiro, Rome, and obviously the pyramids, that sequence, like that's such an instantly recognizable thing. Like I bet you could ask anyone in the country, like if you showed them like the pyramids, they'd be like, that's Egypt. Another thing I guess that I want to talk about that no one really talks about with this movie is I really like the soundtrack of the last Godzilla vs. Kong movie, and here I didn't really get that. There's one song when like Dan Stevens shows up that's like, I gotcha. And I like that a lot. I've been vibing that a lot lately. The Scar King, he was cool. I like how he had big long arms and was kind of red. He was also very unhinged. I like that. The other kaiju that's in this movie, I got spoiled for me because I saw a toy and I was like, oh, so that's what the other mystery monster in the trailer is going to look like. Cool. And that was cool. You know, it was like, yeah, you could probably guess what that's going to be. Mini Kong, I was really annoyed at in the trailer. I really liked here. I liked when Kong hit people with Mini Kong. That was awesome. And then Mini Kong was just a little guy, a little buddy throughout, kind of like that too. I really do think Kong is so relatable. He's the main character of this movie far and away. Like Godzilla's out there and like the meme of this movie is like Godzilla's just mad all the time and everyone just always wants to fight. But like Kong, like he yawns. I yawn. No, but he is super relatable. Like he's got a whole mission in Hollow Earth. He's trying to find like his people or whatever and figure out what the fuck is going on. And he really is the main character in this one. I understand why. He's definitely the more relatable species, I guess. I guess humans are closer to giant monkeys than we are giant lizard things. But yeah, I really could have wrapped up this review at if you like the big monster fights and you think that, like, go watch this in 4DX. Like, this is a theme park ride movie. Like, this is what Martin Scorsese was talking about, by the way. And I will say, because obviously a lot of people were, like, shitting on the American ones. I will admit, because a lot of people were shitting on the American Godzilla movies after Godzilla -1, because we're like, whoa, you mean I could care about the human characters in a Godzilla movie? No way! And then me especially, because I went back and watched the 54 1984 original one, and I was like, yeah, the fuck is wrong with the American Godzilla movies? I watched Shin Godzilla, and I'm like, I'm so fucking mad right now. I bumped all of the MonsterVerse movies down a star, and now I might go through and rewatch most of them because there's obviously a lot of like Toho, like Japanese Godzilla movies that are just dumb fighting movies and not have any kind of like real themes or like, emotional like characters you connect with at all. When America like takes something and is just like, yeah, let's make it big and stupid. They're all better than the 98 Godzilla, the Roland Emmerich one. That one's really bad. I saw that last year for the first time too. I think there is room for both. I enjoy that this is just like a big dumb kaiju movie, and I want the next one to be even bigger and dumber. Less humans, please, or at least they make them be funny. No one's funny in this movie. All of the human stuff, throw up. Go to the bathroom, and then come back for the fights. The fights, super dope. Thank you guys for watching this review. Like, comment, subscribe, and why don't you tell me who you like more, Godzilla or Kong? I just bought the 1976 King Kong movie. I'm excited to watch that, and then I want to watch a lot of the other old Godzilla movies. I love movies. Big monsters. Whoa, they're fighting!